How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about, I almost forgot, you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. I know it was corny. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN, which ended up having a green day. Of course, that was very exciting to see. But before we get started, let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. I was telling you guys that I want to see OCGN visit the $8 range this week, and you know what? By the way things are looking, we might just see it. But of course, we want to know areas of support, and we also want to know areas of resistance, because this will keep us prepared and keep us in check in regards to our expectations and what the price action we want to look forward to. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look on Fintel at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. There have been some recent transactions, and also on top of that, we know OCGN does have short squeeze potential, but we want to know what are the borrow fees, how many shares are available, because this will have an impact on the stock. And then afterwards, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, did institutions load up? Were there any large scale orders? We're about to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll jump into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on a day. So we ended up closing at $7.70, being up 3.77%. On the low, it tested $7.21, and then on the high, testing $7.74. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see here we traded at 15.556 million shares, and as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, it is around 19.707 million. So even though we had below average volume, we ended up seeing OCGN make a move to the upside, and part of the reason being is that many are continuing to buy and hold. So even though we might have selling pressure, we could still look forward to seeing some strength in the stock price. So if we take a look now at the bottom where the RSI is, we see it's right around 53.31. So we're just above the middle. I remember before when we covered it, we were right around 50. So it's good to see that it's curling up. Now, when we take a look at the indicators on the chart, of course, we have strength above the 200-day. We are below the 100-day. And of course, we are sitting strong on top of the 21-day EMA because we closed at 770 and it's at 736. So what I'd want to see as far as going into the close for after hours, I want to see us being able to hold up that 750 level. We know that is a very key level. If we're able to do that and then bring that in going into tomorrow during regular trading hours, then I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a move going to $8. We ended up having some resistance at $7.74. So I'll be looking forward for us to get past that. And if we could pass that and going into $8, that'll look really good. And also, we can see the 100-day is at $8.30. Of course, we'll be having some resistance here, but if we can pass it, woo, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a strong move getting into the 850s. And of course, it'll be dependent on buying pressure to see how far we go from there, making that possible test going all the way to the 9s. But if we end up having a bearish day tomorrow and the stock does decide to pull back, as long as we're holding up around the 730, 750 level, hey, I'm happy with that. We'll still have that continued strength and building up support and as well as some consolidation. But overall today, it was great to see OCGN have a green day. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for OCGN. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see here we have David Yar's group that had 11,000 shares valued at 88,000. So that is definitely something that was great to see, and this is taking today's date of July the 21st. Now, if we take a look at, we have two other institutions, Winton Capital Group and as well as Pacer Advisors. advisors, they pretty much closed out their positions, as you could see here. And we also have the Royal Bank of Canada that loaded up on some shares, buying 879, being valued at around $6,000 as well. When we take a look now at the short interest information, you can see here the short volume ratio being at 30.25%. As we scroll down on the page, short shares availability is at 400,000, updated 21 minutes ago, and the short borrow free rate is at 8.92%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see here as far as for July the 20th close, which was yesterday, is at 30.25, and of course on the 19th we saw it at 32.57. So it'll be very interesting to see what it will be later on in the evening, but what we could see for the most part, OCGN is staying consistent with this short volume ratio at around 30%. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow we had 27, and then on the outflow we had 29. We had 0 on the large for both, we had 21 on the medium, and 7 on the small. For the outflow side though, we had 19, and as far as for the small, we had 11. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we could see as far as for July the 21st, there were no large scale orders whatsoever. We did have outflow days on the 20th, the 19th, and we had an inflow day on the 16th and as well as the 15th, and I'm pretty sure I've already spoken to you guys about that as well. So taking everything into consideration, it was great to see OCGN ended up having a green day. But by taking a look at these orders, of course we had a lot more orders on the medium side, but I know what you're saying, we had an outflow day overall in general. Yes, but do keep in mind of the fact there are many who have been buying and who have been holding OCGN, especially when it was in this low $7 range, also below $7 as well. So over time, as you have these purchasing add up, yes, we do have people who are selling, but for the most part, we are seeing as far as supply and demand is concerned, the demand continues to be there for OCGN, even though institutions were not loading up large as far as for today. So that's just something I want you guys to understand and be aware of, and it's part of the reasons why we saw the price action that we saw. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, many are going to ask me this question. So do you think it's going to pull back? Yes, it had this run. It's been moving quite well for some days now. And you know what? Yes, it could potentially pull back. But what I want to look forward to, especially for after hours for today when it comes to a close, I want to see OCGN hold up 750. If we can hold up 750 and the market looks strong, then of course I'm going to be looking forward to seeing us get to the $8 range. And the reason being is we already know there is demand for OCGN shares. We take a look, we see the news, we know how the Delta variant is just wreaking havoc. Also, it just came out as well that Johnson & Johnson is not effective against the Delta variant either. So we need to have another vaccine alongside with Pfizer, Moderna, and so forth that will be effective in regards to this new variant that is causing the plague that we're seeing. So taking all of that into consideration, covaxin fits right in. Do keep in mind of the fact we're still waiting on the EUL news, and I feel with everything that is going on, I feel like we should be able to get that info in a timely manner. They did say they'll have it available in the second week of August, but if we end up getting it before that, that'll be something to look forward to as well. And the next point that I want to go over with you guys as well, when we went on Fintel, we still see OCGN has short squeeze potential, staying in that 30% range. So all it takes is for a catalyst to happen to really make this stock move really good towards the upside. And then another thing before I actually close this video out is if you want to be inside of this play, you need to make sure that you have high conviction. I'm getting those questions like, Drake, so should I buy in right now? And my thing is this: why do you guys always wait to buy in when the stock is already running up? I want you to make sure that you have patience. It can potentially pull back. There's still a lot to look forward to inside of this play. So continue to do your homework, continue to do your due diligence, and find out the right time that is best for you. I want to make sure I really emphasize this, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.